My name is Jan. I represent Certif.ai. We test and certify AI systems. So we believe that we try to solve the most important challenge of AI in this decade, meaning we need to develop AI reliably. And we help companies by doing that, by providing an external perspective, having methodology and structured testing approach, and telling them how can they make their AI-based products more reliable. I think the testing and certification industry is really interesting because it's really not talked about a lot, so at least I haven't heard much about it. It's usually an industry that is more paper-based testing approach, so you have kind of often a questionnaire and then you kind of tick certain tick marks following a recipe, and it's not really digitized in many areas. It's becoming more digitized, and whenever there's this step of non-digitized business to becoming more digitized, there's opportunity to create value with AI. And we try to really focus on a tech-first TIC approach. So TIC is short for testing and certification. I really love the campus. I wouldn't want to work anywhere else, honestly. Congrats on setting this up and maintaining this community. I really mean it. So I was really excited when I first read about it, and I think an article in 2020 in the Tagesspiegel or something, when it was announced that this was going to be created. And I was very happy that we actually were one of the first ones who actually rented an office here with Carriot at the beginning. And then I love being involved in the community. This campus actually helped me recruit other talents, to be very honest. It helped me attract top talents to first my job at Carriot, and to also be in exchange with other community members. So we have, for instance, Continental here, who we had simply talked about making joint PhD projects because we work in the same area together with, right? And then when we started Certif.ai, I knew this was the only place where I would like to start the company. We had a problem with LLM evaluations recently, went to a meetup, discussed exactly that, and got connected with the right person at Brink, for instance, who was doing exactly the same thing, gave us the right hint, and we basically figure out the problem in a day. I thought this problem would have taken us at least a week or 2 weeks to solve, but just by this quick exchange with someone from the community, pointed us in the right direction, was absolutely spot on and saved us literal time. We had a problem with LLM evaluations recently, went to a meetup, discussed exactly that, and got connected with the right person at Brink, for instance, who was doing exactly the same thing, gave us the right hint, and we basically figured out the problem in a day. I thought this problem would have taken us at least a week or 2 weeks to solve, but just by this quick exchange with someone from the community, pointed us in the right direction, was absolutely spot on and saved us literal time. We are actually working with some companies together, so we have a partnership with Delcia. They're focusing on computer vision-based manufacturing process optimization. We're working together with them to make them EU/AI compliant and to test their AI, and this helps us have a quick, basically, contact to our potential customers, understand what they need, and it helps them to basically talk to us quickly when they have any questions. So it's a very good nurturing place for the community, and we benefit from all different areas on it, whether it's recruiting, whether it's talent management, whether it's the community meetups, whether it's just a space. Yeah, I love it. I have a slightly positive spin on this area. We have the EU/AI Act, we have very good industrial companies, and we have very good scientific network. What we don't have in Germany and Europe, we don't have broad ecosystem players like Google or Amazon, who basically serve every person who has access to the internet. We simply don't have that, but that does not necessarily have to be a problem. There are ways to work around it. There are ways to use smaller, potentially foundation models, small AI models, to basically work with the constraints that we have. And if we work with these constraints, so it's not a constraint, but it's an ability. The strong scientific community, constraint is the regulation, to be very honest, and to work with the constraint that we don't have necessarily access to that much data and that much compute, we can still spin it so that we focus on developing the most reliable AI applications. That's kind of the goal. And if we can, we're used to exporting AI not made in Germany. That's a quality seal that people all around the world buy because they know that their products are hopefully going to last a bit longer than everyone else. If we bring that together and we come up with this AI made in Germany, or we can really make the most reliable AI-based applications in small data sets with scientific innovations, I think we can really move forward. So, but it takes a strategic shift from complaining about what we don't have. I would like to simply accept the fact that we have what we have and to work with what we have to create a better future. I cannot see a way how we avoid putting focus on bringing AI models in production. And let me give you some quick statistics. So the rate of AI adoption in companies around the world has stagnated since 2018, right? So the AI adoption means how many companies use AI in at least one business function or one product. Since 2018, that's in 6 years, it has stagnated, it has not moved up. There's Bitkom studies on it, IBM studies, McKinsey, PwC studies, all say the same thing. We simply only produce, in many cases, AI innovations and proof of concepts, but truly creating AI-based products out of it is much more difficult in the real world than we actually see. So I think as much money as has been poured in AI and as much technological development there is around testing AI applications, we have to see a bigger focus on how can we make the AI do what it's supposed to do on testing it and bringing it into production. And my big prediction for not 2050, but maybe 2030 should be, I would love to never talk about AI again. AI should just be software. Right now, with software, we know how to test it. We have unit integration, end-to-end tests. We have CI/CD pipelines. We have processes. You don't just push to prod. In AI, we don't have these things yet. And if we figure out how to properly test it, proper development processes, how to really make it reliable in the real world, then we're really going to see skyrocketing rates of AI adoption, more cool AI-based products, and really the AI-featured world we would love to work in and live in.